Not a significant step back. Well, not a step back. It was a lateral movement to where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna shit on it and say I don't like it. It's not good, but That's my reaction to it. You made everybody wait this long for me to be like, Peak, plateau.
See, I heard that hip hop was dead out here in Texas. I guess you ain't get the memo.
Look, it's K.A. beat, man.
We bringing that real shit back. Put your cups up and let's have a toast.
Here's the good music. We probably have to force them just to distribute it. Mainstream polluted, change I refuse it. I know this shit bound to start a movement. This the new Houston. Here's the good music. We probably have to force them just to distribute it. Mainstream polluted, change I refuse it. I know this shit bound to start a movement. This the new Houston. I'm contemplating as the sweet burn. Everybody singing and dancing, now it's the streets turn. Arsonist on track, I set the spark and let the beat burn. Most niggas claiming that they hold and be the least burn. This the new Houston, better make way. This the new Houston, better make way. This the new Houston, better make way. You can't do shit but witness what's finna take place.
Crazy thing about it, I was the nigga that they doubted. I came in the game and got fame, still stayed in my lane and never rerouted. Now nigga fresh and flies 3 pilots. I be riding 10 and with a flight attendant. The bitch bought me a new watch, but I threw that whole away cause I always know it's time to get it. Keep a bag of Cali, eyes low like Shaggy. 2 white hoes, no Scooby with me. And if I'm on the scene, you gon' see 3 things. Either my wife, girlfriend, or a groupie with me. Got a friend bump, bump, bump. Yes, I bump. Don't love. Niggas blow my phone with that bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that. Until you women calling, I ain't got time to chat. So I'ma pick and roll if I can't get behind the bag. I jump in the booth and I ride the track like I'm a 6'4", nigga. Better get your hoe, nigga. I fall in the pussy, never fall in love with her. When I smash, I gotta pass. Give and go, nigga. I done been across the globe. See men turn to hoes. Oh, you want a verse for free? Nigga, please get the fuck up off my phone.
What's going on, everybody? Bayou City Reviews here, back at you one time. Rhino, Bizzle's back. Yes, sir. Double over here. Coming at you today with the hottest project in the city. Your boy Doughbeezy, Footprints on the Moon. 3rd full-length project. Just in case you're just now getting on the board. Headwreacka click. Doughbeezy. Came out with Reggie Bush and Kool-Aid, which we reviewed. Then he went to Blue Magic, really set the city on fire. And people have been patiently waiting on this project. So, fellas, what we got on here? Nice full-length track, 16 tracks.
As usual.
There we go. What you got?
Man, I thought it was a pretty damn good project. I feel like this project, he was more aggressive with his bars. He really set out to spit hard. Kind of more like the Reggie Bush, the first Reggie Bush when it dropped. I feel like on the other side, it's kind of like a Blue Magic Part 2 kind of situation, but I feel like the only difference is the production. I compare it to, like Lil Wayne does the Carter and I'm a Human Being. I feel like it's the Blue Magic, but it has a more spacey vibe kind of deal, if that makes any kind of sense.
It's a fair assessment.
Yeah, so I feel like he's still talking about the same content, same shit you go get from him. It's just the production is different, more spacey, kind of different beats that I don't think he would normally go with. But overall, I think it's a good fucking project.
Overall, I liked it, but to me, this is Blue Magic Jr. to me.
That's what I'm saying, Part 2.
Yeah.
We all pretty much agree.
That's what it is to me. Yeah. He started off the same way, introducing it, why he named the project the way he did, and even the first 5 songs seem very similar to Blue Magic.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, he talks about the same old. I feel like, and he even addresses it in one song when he says, people say that I only rap about this. And then he's like, well, that's all I know. Well, then guess what? I feel like I done heard everything you have to say as a rapper. This is what I mean by rappers peaking and plateauing. Because this is I mean, you put out a clone album of what
I don't mind that if the shit is good.
Right.
Overall.
True.
But it's really drawn out to the fact that he's limited.
It's drawn out that there's no growth as an artist. Now, and keep it in context, there's a big top difference between Blue Magic and Footprints on the Moon. So you might forget what was on Blue Magic. Mm-hmm. But if you're really listening to it and watching him grow as an artist, it's going to be hard to convince me that he's actually growing. I'm almost willing to say that I think that Doughbeezy's stagnant. Good music, but I feel like, okay, I'm not really looking forward to the next Doughbeezy album because I know exactly what I'm going to get from him. And I don't want to hear it anymore. Not again. When you talk about staying on the same topics, weed, chicks, cars, rappers hating, and all this type of stuff, it's like, I'm almost to the point where like, Doughbeezy, man, you always talk about other rappers hating on you. I'm almost ready for you to drop a name, like GT Garza did. Like, cause GT Garza, on the Maverick music, we didn't talk about this, but he said something about, he took a shot at old Baby Bash, and then tried to backtrack and be like, but no disrespect, nah nigga, you disrespected. And I don't know if you remember when Trey called out Lil Flip and Mike Jones. See, if you're going to keep talking about rappers hating and all that stuff, say something. And one last thing before I let you go. And I also feel like he took a shot when he said that I show you how to do it without you being backed by drug money or people in the leagues backing you. I was like, yo.
I felt that though.
I feel him, but who the fuck are you talking about? Because you getting real specific now.
Well, yeah.
That's what I got from him, overall. But go ahead.
All right. Well, I don't get as much of the rappers hating on him as I do people.
Overall people. That's kind of.
And then he's saying he's better than the other rappers, but people be hating on him, and he watches what rappers do, maybe trying to emulate him, and they can't do what he does. But I don't hear much about rappers per se hating on him.
Are you serious? Are you sure?
Because I don't get that. I get more people with him. Okay. People fans falling off, friends, just regular old Joes.
Yeah.
But then the rappers, he's just better than.
I didn't get that because Doe is always talking about certain rappers don't like him for whatever reason or whatever. It stood out to me because I feel like he got a little more specific why on this one, but he didn't really go all the way.
You're right. You're right. He does throughout all three projects.
Exactly.
But he'll only throw out rappers hating and dissing and that like maybe once or twice. But generally he's talking about no when he'll specifically say rappers doing this. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more than once
he mentions it here and there, but the overall thing that when he's speaking to it's the regular Joes that are
hating,
sneak dissing, hating, blah blah blah.
That's what Doughbeezy talks about.
Let me go ahead and say that I agree with him on the everybody's in agreement on this kind of a Blue Magic 2. And to say I'm disappointed in that is not fair because again it's like it was a good project, right?
It was.
You're still listening to dope rap, you're still listening to good songs and some nice punchlines and all that. You're getting what you get from it, which is what people like. But I'm not gonna lie to you, ever since I've known what the title of the album was, now see I'm never really too huge on that, right? But Footprints on the Moon, I thought, okay.
You went to another level.
I said, okay, now Footprints on the Moon. Like I thought he was finally stepping into some shit he'd never done. You know what I mean? For the first time.
Took it to another level.
I guess I didn't put too much thought to it. Well, when I heard the
you don't ever wonder why they name it the way they do.
I thought because of the production was spacey, kind of spacey sounds and shit. That's why I figured it was full circle.
Right, but my thing is, if you're gonna, let me ask you a question. Why'd you name your project Blame Rondo? Why'd you name it that?
Why'd I name it that? A couple different things. One, if you know me, it was for a lot of people that know me coming up. Whenever something happened, everybody always blamed me for the shit.
Okay.
And that kind of carried over into everything else, and it was always a big joke. And Noon came up with a hook that said something blame Rhino, and I was like, you have no idea how relevant that is.
But my point is, it means something,
yes,
right?
Yes, it means something.
That's why whenever we go into a project and they name it something, I want to know why.
Right.
That's why when I say they set the tone for it, that's the reason why. For GT Garza, he didn't set a tone because he named it Maverick Music, which it meant nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? But Rehab Project, that means something. Blue Magic means something. Footprints on the Moon means something. That's why I always bring it up.
And see, that don't just mean spacey sounds. You're saying
I'm not saying that's
your feet are touching the moon.
No,
yeah, that's what
I
I mean.
like
one
you
thing.
a circle when it came around.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at it like you did.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let me say this though. For you to put out the B-sides of Blue Magic, I was a little disappointed in this. Because after a certain point on the album, it's forgettable. Except for I could take Tippin', I could take Bang Bang, and I could take what's the one I told you I like? God damn it! Hold on, real quick.
Everyone with a feature. This is what it sounds like.
That's still smoking remix jams. I don't care who you are.
No. Crazy Thing. You take those from the back end of that album and put it to the front and cut it off at a certain point. I think it's good. It's still Blue Magic Jr., but it's good.
With that being said, you think 16 tracks was too much?
No.
It's 16 tracks is too much if you're saying the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
That's why, to me, this is Blue Magic, the B-sides.
Yeah, kind of. He's got Breaking Boys off too.
And then to me, if I had a choice between handing someone Footprints on the Moon and Blue Magic, I'm giving them Blue Magic.
That's a coin flip.
Yeah.
It's a coin flip because they're the same. But I think that Blue Magic was a little more creative, and Doe at his more, it showed his growth. This doesn't show any growth. This is a lateral movement here, to me. And I still think that, man, it's the Reggie Bush and Kool-Aid effect. When I walk away from this album, Cab. Because Doe goes hard, but it's Doe. Like, you hear Doughbeezy you hear Doughbeezy songs like you've heard them all. Cab killed Bang. Not that he shitted on Doe, but man, that bitch went hard. And it's not the shit. It's not to say like, oh, he just outdid him on the whole album, but it's like it's Doe. You get Doe. But I think Cab took it to another level, man.
You don't think? Because I personally think that Doe turned up his spin a little bit. Not so much as the shit he's talking about, but I feel like he went in a little harder with his actual shit.
I wouldn't say a lot. I caught several repeat bars, which I don't have that much of a problem with, because there's gonna be people who hear this album who have never heard him before.
Else.
And if those are some of your staple punchlines, then I don't have a problem with you using them again. Like, if those are your favorite, and you know somebody brand new is gonna hear that, I don't have a problem.
Remember in Reggie Bush and Kool-Aid when I said if you're a punchline rapper, you better make sure all your shit's tight?
Yeah.
You can kiss my ass like my back belt buckle has a mistletoe. Do you mean your back belt loop? Because who wears their belt buckle in the back? See, when I'm listening to you, I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm not just listening to it like, oh, it's dope, he goes hard. No, I'm listening to the album. I'm listening to what you, if I'm gonna take the time to review this shit, I'm gonna take the time to listen to what you are saying. Yes, I might be nitpicking, but at least appreciate the fact that I'm actually trying to grab everything you're saying.
For sure.
Make sure all your punches are clean. That's a headbutt. You get points taken off in boxing. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's not bad. But this is not going to get a great grade from me, because it's Blue Magic 2, and he did a better job on Blue Magic. His features lacked. I didn't think Propane went as hard on this as he done.
I thought Propane. He
went hard.
I
said as hard. He went harder on Louder, to to me than he did on here.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
That's fine.
Louder?
Cab.
I think he went off.
Cab killed it. This is the reason why I want
Cab go harder too.
But this is the reason why I want to hear Cab on Blue Magic instead of just a hook, because I know he's gonna get in there and spit. Killer didn't go as hard to me as he did on Blue Magic. The production to me wasn't as great.
I agree with that.
I like Donnie Houston. I don't think Donnie's production was as great on this. GMB, I don't think their production was as good on this. To me, this was a step back, not a significant step back. Well, not a step back. It was a lateral movement to where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna shit on it and say I don't like it, it's not good, but that's my reaction to it. You made everybody wait this long for me to be like, peak, plateau. Do not come back on the other side of the mountain.
But is it
back down the other side?
What do we think? Is it a peak plateau, or is he sticking with the formula that he thinks works, that his fans like?
It works, but it's where's Doe gonna go from here? Where does he go?
I think he gonna keep doing the same shit.
Where's he gonna go?
I think he's gonna change his realm of production for each project.
But he's gonna keep
keep the same
regardless.
shit every time. Exactly.
But you don't
it's
see
like Wiz Khalifa. No matter what, he gonna give you weed.
But
change his beats.
But
let's go get this herb OG weed.
But keeping it in perspective, I'm not saying that Doe can't get paid, get popular, and I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm saying progression as an artist, when you have people say, okay, Doughbeezy come back, I want to hear what you're gonna say. I know what Doe's gonna say on the next project. I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, that's we already established that.
Right,
we figured that out from the first two projects.
Doe might get rich as fuck off this, and I'll be happy for him.
And you know,
if we're talking about just progression, he's stagnant right now because he set a pattern. It's a pattern,
and that's fair to say, and it's not even like a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, none of it's ever a shot
because. Saying you're stagnant at a place to where you're wrecking isn't even a knock.
Does that say more about Doe or more about his competition though? Because if you're stagnant and you're still on top,
that's an extra fair question.
That's saying a lot about who's around you. No, but that's saying that's around you on your level, because you got people out there that's not as known that are going harder to me as far as, I mean, Doe's gonna go hard. But not everything he spit on here was hard to me. Everything was punchline driven. But not all the punches was hard. You take somebody just bar for bar who's not a punchline rapper. Hey, I think Nino Gotti can fuck with Doe. Track on a bar for what? Yeah, definitely can.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's why I'm saying, like, if you're stagnant, that's not good, because you got other people out here who are. Their catalog might not be as extensive. But they're fucking with you, dog. And the fact that you're stagnant is not good for you.
Style is stagnant. Stagnant's kind of a weird word to use. You know what I'm saying?
No. Concept-wise, his flow is his flow. Nobody's asking him to change his flow. But you're still talking about the same shit. You didn't get introspective at all. You didn't tell any stories. You just told us about the same old shit, and then even came out and did what Kirko did. Everybody's saying they want to hear this from me, but I'm not gonna do it. Well, then guess what?
He ain't saying he ain't gonna do it.
He said that's all he knows. If that's your lane, you have to know your lane is limited. So if your lane is gonna limit you, it might cause issues later on. Not as far as money is concerned, as far as just being an artist and not people not getting bored with you. Mm-hmm. Because over and over.
You know what? You know, good point. Let me touch on that. Getting bored with you. Here's my thing. Even though his flow's been the same, right? For the most part. Doe's
definitely been the same.
Doe's flows.
That's the one thing constant about him.
When I'm listening to this, it's like I don't get bored with him though.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because even though he puts out overall good songs.
Right.
So I don't be getting, like, I still can listen to it no matter what, because I guess it's just a step above. Like, I guess that formula really does work, because when I listen to it and I'm jamming, it's like I ain't sipping on a deuce a day. But
hold on, but here's the caveat though. Here's the caveat. I'm not trying to paint with a broad brush. What I'm saying is, if you don't progress as an artist, if you become a novelty act.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying, and then it's like I agree, but then on the flip side, I'm like, but I don't be getting bored.
That's because you're part of his core fan base, though. We're talking about growth as an artist. Your core fan base is gonna like what you put out regardless of what you do.
Oh no, it hadn't changed a bit. Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. If you talking about growth as an artist, he wants to get out of Houston, you better do something. You know what I'm saying? Because this might get you out of Houston, right. But once you get out, if you keep doing this,
there you go.
You're gonna go up,
there you go,
then back down.
There you go. That's where I agree.
And you know who's about to suffer from that? Man-child. Just being fair.
Not even going there, but that's why I asked you if you thought it was him not progressing or him sticking to a formula that works. I think he was sticking to the formula that works to get his ass out of Houston is what I always thought.
Good job.
I always thought he was doing what he was doing to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I always wondered what he was going to do when he got out. And disclaimer, in no way am I comparing Doughbeezy to Mike Jones. But in no way, shape, form, or fashion, disclaimer.
Don't let him son you, though.
But whenever Mike came out with that shit and that the Who and the gimmick thing was popping, I said, I swear to God, this will be his only hit. If he does that the next album, he's a done deal. So I agree with what you're saying. Once you get up out of Houston, if you hit nationwide, I think you definitely got to start fluctuating. But in your growth,
I agree. But I also think that another thing that contributed to Mike Jones' downfall was when Chameleon put that fucking mixtape out and killed his ass. Start calling him Dyke Jones.
And then when Trey punched him, it was a
rap. It was a rap. But I'm telling you, when Trey said nobody want to hear real shit, they want to hear Lil Flip and Mike Jones, I was like,
damn, he threw Flip in there though?
I can see why Trey would do that.
I didn't remember that. I don't remember him saying Flip.
I got the mixtape.
Flip?
Yeah. I bought that bitch in Virginia Beach. I bought all that ABN shit in Virginia Beach.
Damn.
Anyway.
Look, another thing we really point out on this project is the production itself. We got some banging ass beats from some cats out here really doing some good music.
I really like it.
That's why when cats put out bullshit, it makes no sense because it's a bunch of banging ass producers out in the city and it makes no sense to be putting out any bullshit. But June James, banger.
Hey,
which one?
Young Sam too. Young Sam did
he had a couple.
Sam been snapping though.
Nah, but
Tim Ned, Track Sounds, G Luck and what's
B-Dog.
B-Dog.
B-Dog. Young Sam on that crazy thing though.
Who did Bang Bang?
Bang Bang was DJ Grimm. Hey, and this is nothing. While you looking up, let me just talk about what we talked about. We want to do a review on some of these producers.
Yeah, that was his
idea. That's a good fucking idea.
Coming up pretty soon, because it's like I said, it's a lot of producers out here getting it, and boys not giving them the proper respect that they need to get.
Hey,
so,
you know what I also want to do?
Lil Young too.
For anyone that's interested, yo, I wouldn't mind doing a little small circuit DJing thing and just nothing but Houston music. Don't ask me to play no fucking Atlanta shit, nothing. Just straight Houston, old and new. I would like to do that, dog.
Well,
because going through this shit, I'm like, why? This shit, a lot of this shit would get some of these places jumping.
Shout out to the boy Optimo Ram, OptimoRadio.com. That's mainly what he does.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Just straight Houston music, like in the clubs and shit.
He plays like all like local.
I'm talking about in the club. I'm talking about DJ and like in spots.
Oh, I don't know if Ram. No.
But that's what I want. I would want to do that. Just to, but we can talk about that.
Well, look, here's something we need to touch on because bumping. I guess June James.
Oh my God.
Oddly enough, because that's the single they're rolling with.
Okay.
Because I saw him shooting the video for it.
But you know what the problem I have with bumping?
I didn't like it at first, and it grew on me a little.
Bumping's hook is the same as Tippin's hook. They're the same, except one's tipping, one's bumping. Yeah. The same melody is the same. And then he went from bumping a couple songs, then King with Jack Freeman. I'm like, dog, you just told us this 2 songs ago.
I like the King joint though.
But it's not that I don't
We're
like
talking
it.
about bumping as a single, because that's gonna be the single he's running with.
That's fine.
The single,
That's
the video.
That's fine. But I'm just saying, that's what I'm bumping. Then I got to King, and I was like, "Dope, you just told us this, like the exact same thing." I'm okay. My bad. I didn't interrupt.
No, you good. This
I was just talking about the single
That's
and
good.
what he's running with. What y'all thought about that? Running with that as the single.
I don't care.
Or as the first single.
All of these are good to be a single. I can't think of anything where I'm like, you shouldn't use this. Oh, we talked about this during the YJ Nino Gotti. I feel like he should have put a posse track on here. Because I think that the whole Head Records camp is as a whole should be running Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
16 coming soon.
Especially if
3 days.
especially if you gonna sit there and talk shit about people getting on because of drug money or people with big money backing people, then put your fucking camp out there and show why y'all should be them people out there. Because other than that, it's just rhetoric. You know what I mean?
But I think you're working on that. I mean, it takes a while. I mean, it's a process. I think, other than
what's the process?
Building up to be like that camp.
Put them out. Put them out. Why is White D not on here? Why is Double B not on here? You have Cab on here.
Why features?
Yes, as a posse track. The last song on here, instead of Propane, which I don't have a problem with that, make it a fucking 14-minute song with nothing but the Head Records camp.
I agree. The only thing I said is
that'd be dope as fuck.
Or do a cipher. Why don't y'all have a Head Records cipher? Why don't y'all have a cipher? Come on, man. Y'all should be running the fucking. What other crew? Not just solo rapper, but crew is fucking with Head Records right now. Nobody.
At that level?
Nobody.
There's some boys in the SWAT that's big, but
they not fucking
as a camp. Nobody.
I mean, that to me, you could use that to not push everybody. And Doe is the perfect vehicle to do that. Footprints on the Moon will probably get him out of Houston. Take your whole camp with you, dog. On one track.
I go so hard, I got niggas behind me shot.
But you're not showing it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
That's just, you're an empty suit right now. Talking like that. You're just an empty suit. Just gonna keep it 100 with you.
I mean,
as the face of Head Records.
I mean, maybe they like keeping their own identities on their own albums and they don't want.
That's fine.
That makes no sense though.
As the face of Head Records, dog, you have to do what you can to bring your crew with you if you're gonna talk the way you're talking. Yeah,
I agree with that.
I'm agreeing with you. I would love a Killer Bees, Wu-Tang style
No Limit
Head Wreck thing.
They got the lineup to do it.
You know, let me tell you why
I don't know why they don't.
Let me tell you why I don't agree with what you're saying. Project Pat, Mr. Don't Play. At the end of that album, they have a fucking 19-minute song. The whole Hypnotized Camp posse. Lil White. Everybody.
Well, like I said though,
if Pat can do it, and he's not the face of it, why can't you?
Like I'm saying, D Willer, shout out to D Willer, he's a Head Record affiliate, CB Kings. He tried to put that cipher together that not only included them, but anybody spitting in the area that wanted to get in. It just never did happen. So I guess there is people out there feeling that way, but why it doesn't happen, I couldn't tell you. I can't speak for it.
Okay, let's do it.
Final thoughts
and representation on this and grade.
I'll never have a problem with him being the representation.
Right.
What was the other two? Grade and what?
Final thoughts.
Oh, final thoughts. I thought it was gonna be more than Blue Magic. The fact that it wasn't, like I said, to say disappointing would be misstating, because it was still a really good project. But the fact that it was like a Blue Magic 2, I'm gonna have to keep it in the B range. I'll give it a B.
That's fair.
I'll give it a B plus though, due to the fact that, I followed it up until then. I've heard it before. So I'll give him a B plus just because I thought it was gonna be a little something different. You know what I'm saying? If there was that next level of wildness, then I'd have kept him in the A range. But Shit, B+ still, and I have no problem with him being the face of the city.
Yeah.
Ironically, I was gonna give him a B2. He can spit. That's not up for question. He's always gonna deliver what I expect him to deliver. But this project will always showcase why I think he is just a notch under Propane. Spitting wise, I think they're neck and neck, but I feel like Propane has a better overall.
Absolutely.
Better concepts as far as music and different concepts.
He's the more complete artist.
Yeah, there you go. More of a complete artist on a different stature. Mm-hmm. But I give it a B+. He's still spitting. Production was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm already waiting for the next project.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Like
Yeah,
he puts out good music.
I don't get
It's
bored
just
with
the
it
same
still.
shit. He makes good songs.
As long as they're new songs, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I'm with him on that.
I still like hearing it.
Representation is still always the same. I love he rep the Southeast all day.
No doubt. Representation, like they say, I'm a ditto it. I'm never gonna have a problem with Doe being the face of Houston. Never ever. Unless he comes super whack, which Doe has. I've never heard a bad Doe song.
Unless he crosses to the dark side.
Yeah, I've never heard a bad Doe song or verse. But as far as representation, not a problem. I still have artists like Prestige over him though, because of this stagnation. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have Prestige over him or Rob. Okay. But okay, as far as the grade is concerned, I'm different from y'all, man. I'm gonna go C+ to B-.
I figured you would.
Because I gave Blue Magic a B, but since this is Blue Magic, the B-sides, but it's not as good as Blue Magic, I'm not giving you the same grade.
You're doing what I did. I went from here to there because
I don't remember what I gave Blue Magic.
I mean, we all pretty much gave it a B.
Oh, okay.
B-ish.
Blue Magic?
Well, you probably
I don't remember.
We ate it.
It don't matter. It don't matter. That's not my grade is that, and it's for those reasons. I'm not particularly waiting on for Doe's next project. When it comes out, I'll definitely listen to it, and it won't be hard to listen to. But I'm not waiting for it because I know what I'm going to get. I know exactly what I'm going to get. So I'm not in a rush to hear it. Bully on the beat too. I'm definitely waiting on that. Hey, free your mind.
That's the new talk of the town right now.
Hey, free your mind though.
Yeah, all day.
Word.
Free. I don't know what it is. I'm for
man, child. All right, any last words? Anything?
That's it, man. Keep doing it. Hey, head wreck. Who's ever watching this? Take that idea, man. Y'all get on that black and white, like the Nino and YJ did on the BET Cypher thing. All y'all get in front of the camera, do the black and white head wreck Cypher, man. Put that out, man. I bet the city would love that. But
also, while Bizzle's here, hey, we want to thank y'all again for all the support, man.
We would have been lighting up like crazy.
Yeah. Like we said this before, like we never thought that I didn't think anybody would care. We just thought it was a pretty dope idea, but everybody has been not shouting us out, but like showing love to us and stuff, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you for being responsive and interactive and emailing and all that.
And thank you for keeping it in context too. Like we're not trying to shit on nobody. We're just trying to be honest with y'all. You know, hey, if for those artists who actually took the time to look at their reviews, hey, we appreciate it, because if we're gonna take the time to listen to it and sit here and take our time to review it,
and your
whole catalog, we appreciate those who actually go listen to it and watch it and retweet it and push it out there, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, so whether we like it or not, we still gonna try to push y'all because y'all the hometown team. Anything else for wrap it up?
That's it. Bayou City Reviews. Subscribe, comment, like, email. Keep submitting your music. Keep sharing the videos, and we'll keep doing the reviews.
Bayou City Reviews, Doughbeezy,
Footprints on the Moon.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Because when I have conversations with people and they say, like we said about the fucking Kurt Cobain's interview, like him shouting out Houston, the best way to represent Houston is to spit.
When it's all said and done.
You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Title all the tracks.
But spit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm going to remember you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
When it's all said and done, that's why we would want somebody to be representation.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this though, and I don't mean to be divisive.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I really don't. But who you think goes harder?
They say I rap about money, smoking weed and getting head like that's all I do. That's all I do. But since a young and blowing blunts, fucking big booty bitches, that's all I knew. That's all I do. And when I buy a box of Rolos at noon and them hoes be gone by 2. You're damn right, I'ma talk about weed on every motherfucking song I do. I'm a smoker, baby, and I'm proud to be. Blow at least a quarter pound a week, cause if I go all day without smoking, son, I fuck around and lose my mind till I find a sweet. I got some homeboys that's fresh off lot, they gotta smoke legal weed and can't smoke with me. But always trying to get me to smoke with them, but they'll never give me to smoke potpourri. I know it.